Welcome back. In this video, we're going to cover your post-eating exercise. So after you're done eating, you want to start by asking yourself where you fall on the following scale. First, at the lowest level, you're more or less satisfied, but could eat a little bit more. The next level up, you feel completely satisfied, comfortable, and so on. The next level up from there, you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You pushed it maybe just a little bit too much in the eating department. Up from there, you feel bloated. Up from there, you need to loosen your clothes. And up from there, you are so full that you actually feel a little nauseated. So the first thing that you can do is just ask yourself, which one of these is true for me? Now, of course, it may also be the case that you have to add one on the low end where you're still hungry, right? So if you're on some sort of diet or something like that, where you're kind of starving yourself, that's fine too, just add that in. But we're assuming that you've eaten to at least a basic level of satisfaction, even if you feel like you could eat a little more. And incidentally, that's more or less ideal in terms of the place to stop. Then I want you to dive into how you really feel after eating. How do you feel physically? And specifically, what feels good, not so good, or somewhere in between? How do you feel emotionally after eating? Specifically, what feels good or not so good or mediocre or somewhere in between? And third, how do you feel mentally? Again, the same. What feels good mentally about it? What feels not so good? And what's in between? In other words, you want to get an overall picture of your physical, emotional, and mental experience now that you have finished eating. There's nothing complex here. We simply want to bring awareness as comprehensively as possible to how you're feeling after you eat. Ideally, you want to write your observations down so that you have a record of this and can see how it changes over time in this program. At a minimum, remember enough, if you don't write it down, so that you can recall it later in the day so that you can use it as part of the morning and evening exercises. You'll do this after every meal. It's important to get in a routine and make this a habit. It can be a good idea to do it right after the meal, but also at some periodic intervals out from the meal so that you can get comfortable with the effects of post-eating over time, how full you stay, for how long, and so on. Okay, that's it for this video. Again, do this after every meal, and I'll see you again next time.